What's up everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, I'll review the SYL Fitness Dip Bar Attachments for 2" by 2" power racks with a 1" hole. I've owned these for 6 months. I will unbox them and check out the construction. I will mount them up and check out their fit. I'll also use them in the 5 configurations that they are advertised for and show how well they work. I'll also show some bonus exercises at the end. Before we get started, be sure to subscribe for more how-to and review videos. Now let's get started. There are not two of the same. The attachments are mirrors of each other, so there's a left hand and a right hand attachment. Taking a look at the construction, it is made from 2 pieces, a formed steel plate and a formed round bar. The plate is bent into a C shape to fit on the 2" by 2" power cage post. The tube passes through the plate, and it's not welded on this side because a weld would interfere with the cage post. It's fillet welded all the way around on this side. And the steel plate has SYL lasered in it. I think that's a pretty nice touch. The steel tube is formed to travel around and is welded to the steel plates here. There is also a hole in the plate. I'm not aware of any functional use for it. It's likely here to provide a location during manufacturing. Notice how the back bar goes down on an angle. We're going to talk about that in a moment. And here's a top view of the shape of the handle. And here are the dimensions. This is provided by SYL and shown in the sales pictures. They are not hiding anything. Now let's quickly talk about the structural design of these. As a mechanical engineer who designs simple parts to complex machines for a living, I really like these. This is an ideal combination of simplicity and functionality. For example, here is a competitor's dip bar attachment where the handle just sticks straight out. This is a typical cantilever beam scenario, and when body weight is applied to the end of the handle, it results in a moment around this fixed point. The handle will deflect a small amount, and with excessive force it can bend or break due to shear and bending stresses. Also, the welds are supporting all of the weight, so the weld quality is critical. With the SYL Fitness design, this angled back bar acts as a support gusset. Quick and simple, when body weight is applied, there is a reaction force provided by this bar. This opposes a portion of the downward force and distributes the remaining force. This significantly reduces the bending stress and deflection and makes it capable of supporting significantly more weight. Also, the welds are not supporting all of the weight. The weight is being supported by the steel tube, primarily in shear at the top joint and in compression at the bottom joint. And here's a comparison of the advertised weight capacities. 350 pounds for the Ollieroo and 500 pounds for the SYL Fitness. I hope that wasn't too long or boring. I tried to keep it simple and didn't go into a full analysis. So let's mount them to the cage and see how they fit. Installing them is easy. Just slide the pin through the hole and let gravity rotate it down to lock it in place. Straightforward with no issues. Here's the fit. There's enough clearance for these to install smoothly, and once installed, they are nice and secure. There is not any undesirable slop. SYL Fitness got the fit and clearances right on this product. Now let's try them out in the 5 configurations they were advertised for. For reference, I am 6 foot 1 inch, 200 pounds, just so you have an idea of scale when I go through these. And they are being used on the Fitness Reality 810 XLT Supermax Power Cage, which I reviewed in a previous video, link in the description. Since these are called dip bar attachments, let's start with dips. With the attachments installed, you go up and down and blast your triceps and chest. Straightforward, but I will point out a couple things. First, the center of the handles are about 7 5/8 inches from the inside of the vertical post. For this specific cage, that results in the handles being 25 3/4 inches apart. For me personally, that's a little on the wide side. I'm not a teenager anymore and am more vulnerable to joint pain than I used to be. This wider grip gives me a questionable feeling in my shoulders. I personally like my grip closer to my body where my shoulders feel more comfortable. But that's just my personal preference and experience, so I pointed it out. Wide grip dips are superior for building the chest, so this is a good setup if you don't have old man shoulders. Next is the grip. The straight section between the radiuses measures about 3.5 inches, and my hand also measures about 3.5 inches across. I personally don't notice any discomfort, but if your hands are larger, it could be an issue. Also note that the handle is 1 inch diameter. If you find it uncomfortable due to being small, you could wear gloves, apply some athletic tape, or install a product such as fat grips. Now let's continue to dips on the side of the cage. To set it up, I need to remove the barbell and a J-hook because they're in the way. I personally just always leave them inside and never take them out, but it's not a big deal. And then install the dip bars in the opposite orientation with the handles facing away from the cage because the holes are on the front face of the uprights. When mounting them up on this specific cage, they're pretty close together. I would say a little too close for comfort. My cage is also tippy like this without a barbell racked inside, but this is all due to my specific cage. If you have a deeper or heavier cage, dips on the side could be a great option. This also eliminates the 3.5 inch grip situation, since the longer bar is used. The next exercise is pull-ups. A nice feature of these is the 3 grip positions. This bar, or the angled bar. For me, with the attachments at their full heights, I cannot get full range of motion pull-ups. When my arms are fully extended, my knees are on the ground. Of course, this will be the case with any dip bars from any manufacturer, and they all advertise that they can be used for pull-ups. So, it's not a fault of this product. Also, if you have a power cage, it's likely you already have a pull-up rig, so use that. Now, let's move on to rows. Again, there are the 3 different grips, which is nice. These do the job with no issues to report. But on a side note, the grips are on the wider side. And now the last exercise, push-ups. On the short portion of the handles, these are pretty comfortable for me, and I like them. Moving out to the long part of the bar, these get pretty wide, which is not ideal for my shoulders personally. But again, that's just me. If you don't experience shoulder pain, go for it. And here's a little bit better of a view showing how wide the grips are. Here's the close grip. And here's the wide grip. So that gets us through all of the advertised exercises. And here's a couple bonus exercises that I made up as a joke to entertain you as I wrap up. The main points are that as a mechanical engineer, I really like the design of these. They are a great combination of simplicity and functionality, and are structurally superior. In use, they do everything they're advertised for. I recommend them overall, but I do recommend caution if a wider grip is not comfortable for you. Double check the dimensions provided in this video, and make sure they're a good fit. So, that wraps up this video. If you have these, or if you have a different brand, share your experience in the comments. As always, thanks for watching. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe so you don't miss the next video. Drop any comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.